Hi, welcome to the C# programming tutorial. Today we're going to look at the Foreach loop. We already covered the for loop, and that's the for loop here. And it's we already covered this. We use an integer, instantiate it here, define it, and initiate it a value. Then we use that integer for a condition, so that we can count up to a certain value, and so we can loop for a certain amount of times, and when that becomes false, it stops looping. So we're in control of how many times the for loops for, so 4 or 5 times, etc. And then we've got a condition. Then x, let's see, x equals x plus 1, we can do it that way, and this will add 1 to x every time it loops. So it starts at 0, it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. When it gets to 5, it tries to loop again, checks the condition, says, oh, x is not less than 5, so it's false, and because it's false, it doesn't loop anymore, and it will only loop when the condition in the centre is true. Right, the for each loop is different. It's what you do is, again, you define an integer, and you don't even give it a value. Right, we initialized it with 0, and then you use the keyword in, and it's for arrays. And so what we're going to do is create an array, and it's int. We're going to do an array of integers, so it's int. So that's the type of array we're going to create an instance of, and then we're going to give it a name, and the name num. I've put a name for an array here, so now it's going to be called num, and then that's equals, and we're going to give it, we've not covered arrays yet, we're still going to cover these, so we're going to give it values, and then this is one way to assign values to an array. Right, so we've created an array called num. So in the brackets it's integer num in num array, and what it's going to do for each value in the array, doesn't matter, it doesn't need to know how many numbers is in this array, it will go through one at a time. So it could be thousands, it will do it thousands of times. It could be like there's 4 there, it's only going to do it 4 times and stop. And then we've got the brackets, and we're going to print out number, and then we're going to give, we're going to change the name of it, we're going to give the number in the array, so we're going to say num, and if we run the program, it should give each one of these values out of this array. In the system 32 num, and so let's see what I've done wrong. Numbers, yeah, it's numbers, because the value is getting from the array is getting put into numbers, the variable that we created, and so now it will work. And there you go, 2, 4, 6, 8. And so what's happened there is that numbers for each will do a for loop, and it will do it for the size of the array. Doesn't matter if the array has got 2 values in it or 1,000,000 values, it will do it for each one of them. So if it's 2, it'll do a loop 2 times. If it's 1,000,000, it'll do a loop 1,000,000 times. And so it's similar to a for loop, but it's for an array, and that's how you do it. I'm going to do like a string just to show you, and then I'm going to put strings in here. I'm going to put a character, but I'm putting it as strings. I'm just doing this for to be as fast as possible. Don't want to waste any time. Right, so, and this, what's happened here, though we called it number, we'll call it data. Right, and we'll change the name, we'll keep the name numbers, because though we called it numbers, that's just what we named it, and the computer program doesn't care what it's called compared to what it's going to put into it. It more cares about this part here, which is string. So we declare this numbers as string, and so it doesn't, even though it says numbers, it means nothing to the compiler. All it knows is it's going to put a string in there, and that's what it's going to do. And so if I run the program, there you go, X, D, G, and the 3 is a string, it's not a number. And so that's how you would do it with an array of strings. And we're going to cover arrays later on, and so that's the for loop, the for each loop. Again, thank you again, thank you for your time.